I didn't know it was going to happen. There are certain things as ahead of time relations that I could look back on my career and say, I would have vetoed that if I'd given the opportunity. One of those situations was that. Because you look at that bump and you try to ascertain how in the hell he could survive it. How does he go from that height, land as flat as he can, and destroy this table? And his fall is stopped by the ice on the concrete floor of this hockey arena. Do the math. I mean, so I wouldn't have done that. The other thing is, I remember vividly, is when I saw Lesnar do the shooting star press at WrestleMania 19. And he almost landed on his head, knocked his ass goofy, and it could have broken it. If he didn't have the neck that he had, it'd be done. He could have been another, God bless you too, Darren Drosdale. Brock, very, very, very lucky. Yeah, good draws, good guy. He didn't deserve that hand he got dealt. But he's dealt with it, and I admire him for that. So I didn't know that was going to happen either, and I'm not a big fan of the chances of that situation. Now the one where he fell through the cage just gave away. They go back up, and the cage gave away, and the way he landed, it looked like he was gone.
I really think, though, if he had over-rotated a little bit, instead of landing on his back, if he lands on his neck or his head, he died on pay-per-view. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy to think about, but did that match
Change?
effectively ruin the Hell in a Cell? Because I feel like it set a bar that was so high that after that, there was an expectation. Well, Shawn and Taker were on top for the first one, and then we threw a guy off the second time.
Yep.
We could never, I mean, people want those big crazy stunts. So even when Shane McMahon had a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania a few years ago in Dallas, everybody's like, oh, he's jumping off it. And if he wouldn't have, people would have been disappointed with it.
Well, yeah, you're right. But the thing about it is that even though Shane did, it took a lot of courage to do that. Very risky. And, I think it just didn't resonate like Foley and Undertaker.
That's the point. The idea being it's always going to be diminishing returns.
Yeah,
so you can try to top it, but you never really can.
Yeah.
So it matters less and less every time.
You're right. Just don't go back there. Don't go back to that specific setup for the big bump. So, but I think it did change things. I think it made people see that there are other things that we can do outside the ring, that you can take a chance, and that if it pays off, you're going to be immortalized in that respect. I'll tell you a real quick story regarding that, and I know we got to get out of here. Although I don't have to get out of here, but apparently they do. Anyway, I like this. I like being with you guys. I'm sitting in a Dallas airport, right, in line to get on a plane to go someplace to do wrestling. And I got all these miles, like 3 million miles an American, so I'm a pretty high-level flyer, fly first class, all the upgrade stuff, all the good stuff. And so I'm standing in line waiting to board. First boarding group, all that good. And I'm standing there, and this guy's really, really close behind me. I mean, I can hear him breathing. He's right behind me. And so I hear this little kind of a whisper. As God is my witness. He's broken in half. Okay, so I no sell. Like a lot of the talent today, I no sell. I didn't even slap my leg on that one. So I no sell. So still stand in line, little hat, here I am. And what else? I said, for the love of God, somebody stop the damn match. So I'm thinking, okay, bull. So I turn around with a little bit of pizzazz. Think I'm gonna bluff his ass. Leave me alone, man. So I turn around. He's got this little boy with it. He was like 10. And the little boy says, JR, he does this all the time at home. And my mom hates it. So I took a selfie of the kid and the guy, and we went about our business. But that match, it changed something. Because when you see that on the line, they used that dialogue from that match, my commentary with Lawler, on all these crazy these ball games, football games, you know, collisions, crashes, fights, domestic disputes. I even got one. Hey, I got one a few years ago, my voiceover on a porno. Now, think of this deal. Here's this dude sitting at his house watching porno. I'll put JR's commentary with this.
Hypothetically, Jim, was it the Sonny porn?
No, it's the strangers. It would have been better than Sonny. So anyway, that was how that worked.